Vince the lawyer, you're on the air.
Did you hear what I was saying to your screen caller?
No, we can only hear JT talking to you, and he was having it sounded like someone was giving him a hard time, and it's funny that it was you now.
Well, I heard that Mr. Fike called in, and I wanted to just say how much I admired his work.
Yes.
And I would love to speak with him on your show or privately, if you could arrange that.
I could arrange something maybe for next Saturday or Tuesday if you want to do something.
Fike, call in right now.
Or Fike, yeah, call in right now, Fike.
Do you have a job for him?
I would say call him Mr. Fike. You should have some respect.
Mr. Fike, you're right.
So he sends you pizzas. Rocco, the issue with all of the national chains is they take the risk of having a failed delivery, and they won't block
But why?
an address for the most.
What is wrong with that?
Because the risk is so low. It's probably less than 0.5%. I delivered for Domino's in college, and when you get back from a fake delivery, or if you deliver to a black person and they don't pay for it, there's a code in there. Literally, you get back and you hit a code that it wasn't deliverable, and most of them do compensate you for it. But I'll say this, John Ever Melendez, when he does reject my deliveries, the drivers are still getting paid. They're still getting tips. So he's not affecting them in any way. But if he doesn't accept the order, I just get charged double. So there's no issue with mine. Now, we know Mr. Fike doesn't pay.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Did you ask why?
Because he said he's cheap. Yes, we did ask why.
Yeah, I understand that too. And I wish that John would just take the orders that he gets their free gifts. But with regard to Mr. Fike, I'm glad he admitted that his delivery to Miss Judy, which consisted of pizzas delivered by 2 black people, which is scary for a little Asian woman. She's only 4'11", Rocco.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, so John's a giant if he actually ends up dating her.
That's true. Tell her we're thinking of her. That's scary. What is Ava talking about with you? And why is she talking about you in a legal way lately?
Yeah, and I want to address that too. Is his name Naveed? Is that the first name or the last name?
I have no idea. But you just put money into her tort settlement.
Let
me explain.
I gotta get a cash register sound effect. Hold on.
Yeah, get it ready. There is no civil claim at all against anybody who's not employing him when we call him whatever we want. We can call him Naveed, we can call him Negro. It doesn't make a difference. There's no claim he can make.
Negro,
obviously, if I defamed him in some way, and that gets around to what he's saying, that I gave out his address, and he made it very clear that it was me that did it. Now, I'm probably not going to file a defamation claim, but I don't like when people make those false allegations. I send the things to John Ever Melendez only. That's it. I've never sent it besides you one time and Shuli one time and Carl. So I guess I do send out a bunch, but I always paid for them.
What would you do, Vince, if one of Stuttering John's co-hosts happened to file an ethics complaint with the New York bar? What would you do?
Against me?
Yes.
I would have to defend it. The ethics committee is very good at filtering out crazies. So they will see was there a attorney-client relationship between the two people? And then if there is, then perhaps they'll even acknowledge it. Or if there's something nefarious, like John's claim was valid, meaning that if he tells them that I went to his house, trespassed into his property, and then was broadcasting from his house, they have to, as crazy as it sounds, they have to investigate it.
Of course. I mean, it's not, I'm sure it's just like the Domino's thing where it's not every day people are making wild claims about you to the ethics committee, right? So they have to
because they have to you have to swear to it, and then they have to call you. So the guy, Kevin, I can't say his name, but the ethics committee attorney that John was talking to heard at least 25 different reasons, Rocco. Oh, Vince says this. None of that is a violation of our code of professional responsibility. It's just not. So finally, John got one through, and the guy actually said to John, "You're throwing spaghetti on a wall and seeing what sticks."
Right.
And And he called me, and the guy asked me, he's like, "Is John doing this as a goof?" And I had to be truthful. I said, "No, he's being serious. Like, he tried so hard,
Right.
and the only thing that stuck was the stupid trespassing thing."
And Vince, deep down, none of this, having another professional in your industry have to hear this, none of this is embarrassing to you at all, in the slightest?
Not only embarrassing, and look, oh yes, of course, I had to
Okay,
pay
guys.
someone $62,000 to go through this shit, and it's not just one attorney. There's like 4 different attorneys. Now look, in the end, that's all a character, right? I'm not really racist in real life. It's just a character, so it doesn't make a difference to me.
Vince, did you really pay that amount, or wouldn't you have your law firm handle something like that?
No, I couldn't. You have to have independent counsel.
Why?
OJ,
Then
when
why didn't you go after John for that 60 grand that because he's the reason that you had to put up that money. So couldn't you have?
I can't.
But you.
That's not a loss. He has a right to do it. The reason he got sued was during the investigation by my attorneys, we found out that he defamed me. I didn't even know he did that because he did it under like a weird thing. He must have tweeted out like embassy law, but it was all one word. So I never saw it. But then that's where we found it. I can't sue him for my legal costs because he made a complaint. I
Interesting.
just can't. It's not a viable
But
cause of
even
action.
the guy who John was making the complaints to said, you're basically throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. There's nothing illegal with constantly filing these complaints, ethics complaints that are obviously frivolous.
Rocco, they filter out 99%. So most attorneys in New York will never even know. Someone may have made one against me. I'll never know. They're
Okay.
very good. So ultimately, it's sort of an embarrassment that for them, I'm not saying specifically, not Kevin, not my case whatsoever, but the issue is they're good at doing it. They get it all the time. You can't just, people get upset about their attorneys all the time and they do make these claims, but unless there's something crazy and very valid, they don't make it go through. And this one, I had a right to defend myself. It didn't get that far, Rocco, meaning like I could have had a right to a full hearing. We were able to get it dismissed before that.
Interesting. Did you hear Ava say something about how they're involved with a tort settlement or something? And every time
Yes.
someone dead, what can you explain what the hell she was talking about?
It sounds like because he works for a state agency that perhaps there was some settlement with regard to that. Remember, the relationship matters. If you're employing him as whatever the occupation may be, then you have specific obligations. We have no obligation whatsoever to play into his delusion. We can call him whatever we want. There's no such thing as a dead name. It's not true. It's not valid. It's not recognized under the law for just civil people, just between regular people, not employer-employee relationships. So none of us have employed him in any capacity. So we can say whatever we want, so long as it's not defamatory or criminal.
Because
I will never call him Ava again because he defamed me. He actually said that I was the one sending this out and implying that. And I know he tried to backtrack a little bit, but I'm never going to do it. I'm never going to respect him at all with regard to that.
Interesting. All right. Yeah, because he was saying that every time someone dead names or gives out his address that he gets money for that. Like, that sounds ridiculous to me.
Yeah, that most likely, Rocco, there was some settlement that he has with his employer. You're not his employer.
No, I'm not. I'm no one's employer.
We lose Vince?
Vince?
Hopefully.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Hey, hold on, Vince.
I think Ava may have gotten to him.
He's still
No,
there.
he's still
online,
there. Yeah.
Oh no, a plane has crashed into
but I can't hear you, and I didn't touch.
Obama phone.
He dropped off. All right, so there you go. Vince the lawyer saying he will not be calling Ava by her new name, but by her old name because she defamed him. Everyone's being defamed. Everyone is against things until they happen to them. Anyway, this is all ridiculous.
Yes, it's all gay.
It's all gay and all ridiculous. But Vince the lawyer, thank you for taking time to call in. Vince the lawyer, are you there?
I'm here. Mr. Fike, can you believe they get us both on together and they take that stupid super tip?
Shut up.
You would think they're missing, they're stepping over the lead.
Exactly. Well, that's why they are where they are. So, yes, Mr. Fike, I just wanted to say hello, and I admire your work. The one thing I don't necessarily agree with is not paying for it, but I still admire your willingness to put yourself out there, potentially go to jail if you break any of the state laws that may apply or may not. But I do want to thank you for coming out. I've been getting a lot of heat from some of my friends, especially Miss Judy, because I didn't really want to ever scare her because she's new to the Dabbleverse. And I'm glad that you actually admitted to that and stopped with her.
Well, I appreciate that, and I was kind of jealous that you were getting credit for all my work, so I wanted to step forward and have my moment in the spotlight.
So take us through, Chris, like right before you deliver the actual pizzas, not the ones that you just post. Is there any excitement that goes on?
Well, I mean, it's always just to see how it develops, whether, they're going to make it through John's, labyrinth to the doors or just people's reactions. I mean, or sometimes I get disappointed if the show, cuts off before they get there. That's of course a disappointment. You can identify with that.
100%. I sometimes have big deliveries that I pay for, and either he shuts the show off, or sometimes I would deliver and I wanted it to go when he first starts the show, and then he doesn't show up for 2 hours. But how do you get around the signs on the door that say "Do not deliver"?
I don't put any special notes. I think it's a sheer numbers game. I mean, that and the people like Marcos, maybe they don't know how to read. I'm not sure what the deal is. Maybe I'm just lucky.
Yo, come on. How big?
Chris, how old of a man are you? Roughly.
Well, I don't want to divulge too much.
Roughly.
We guess.
You seem a little old to be playing the pizza delivery game.
Well, guilty. I am too old to be playing the pizza delivery game. That is correct.
Okay. I had a feeling. Go ahead, Vince.
Chris, can you believe that some people make fun of us because, well, at least I'm almost turning 50 in 2 years, that I'm still doing these types of pranks? I try to explain to a few of my associates about the Dabbleverse, and they think I'm insane, and they just shake their head. They're like, "Why do you care about the reaction?" But it's just John is such a loathsome creature. He's just easy to pick on. Yeah, now John Melendez would actually harm the drivers. Him and Hitman Dan would order the pizza and then throw eggs at them. Do you agree with his approach to this, where he would actually assault the drivers?
No, because I think he would lose. I mean, he's smart enough to realize if he stepped up, he'd get slapped down.
Chris.
Yeah, I agree too. I don't believe in any assault. Go ahead, Rocco.
Chris, John is always accusing all of us of attacking his kids and his family. Have you ever sent a pizza to anyone but John or Hitman Dan or his mom? Have you ever sent one to his kids or his ex-wife?
No, I do have the information for Susanna. I have sent several to Roy. I can't send any to the crispy pork chick. What's his sister's name? Because she lives in the middle of nowhere. They won't deliver.
Crispy
Oh,
pork.
Chris, that reminds me of one. You guys may like this. That's a good point. I had to deliver one to Phil Elmore. I said earlier that I didn't deliver a lot. Now, I paid for it, but in order to facilitate the delivery, they had to go through 3 different pizza shops, and finally they were able to get a local one. I had to pay extra. I think it was like $50 to deliver it. It had to go 45 miles, and they sent me a picture of just a personal little pie right on Phil's front door. And I don't know if he ever ate it or not.
Of course he did.
How does a guy like Phil Elmore live 45 miles away from pizza?
Oh, that's
makes
another
no
thing.
sense.
Rocco said before that he walks into Domino's to inform them that he doesn't want any more deliveries. You know that they all yell Rocco like from Cheers when they see
Shut
him. That
up.
fat boy's in there 25 times a month.
Shut up. I go to the good pizza places.
Good for you.
You're right.
Chris,
Well, Mr. Fike, I just wanted to say it was an honor to meet you, and I appreciate you calling in. And I got to go, but Mr. Fike, I appreciate your work. I don't want any harassment. Don't break any laws. So make sure you check your laws. Don't rely upon me. But I do appreciate someone else. Oh, Mr. Fike, are you in a professional field like mine where it's even more embarrassing when you tell people this?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wait a minute, Mr. Fike. Did you ever call into my show?
No.
Okay.
Because I tried to keep under the radar, but
couldn't
I
resist
just
coming
had a
out.
wild hair this morning, and I decided to reveal a little bit about myself.
Mr. Fike, well, one last question. What was your highest level of education?
An associate's degree.
Okay. Oh, no, just kidding. That's all right. Hey, that's 2 degrees higher than Julie.
There you go.
Well, there you go.
All right, Mr. Fike, I appreciate you calling in. It was nice meeting you. Rocco, thank you for giving me the time.
Of
It was an
course.
honor.
Nice talking to you, Counselor.
All right. Fan of
Thank
both
you.
your works.
Bye.
Chris, I have a question for Chris if he's still there.
Chris, if you're still there, Cardiff has a question.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever sent a pizza to somebody like you worked with? Like, is this something you do in your personal life as well, or just in the Dabbleverse?
There's something about John that brings out a dark side of me that I'm really almost concerned about.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe we were right.
All right, Mr.
You know,
Fike.
you-
Chris.
All right, Mr. Fike.
Exactly.
Stop sending
Thank you.
pizzas.
All right, stop
Please.
sending pizzas.
All right.
Thank you for your service.
Man, we don't want to
See,
make up to packages with bombs in them.
No,
Troll.
that's not what I was saying. God damn it.
see, trolls are people too. They're just, a little misunderstood. But that was fun getting them two together and
Come on. Josh from Jersey gets nothing for the no pie list.